Good morning. It's Monday, October 13th, 2014. This is Tech Talk Today, episode 74. It's good to have you here for the Monday that's going to start a pretty busy week here for Tech Talk Today, ending on Thursday with the live Apple keynote. And we've got all kinds of things lined up. Don't get too distracted by that just yet, because I've got to say good morning to the lovely Angela Fisher. Good morning, Ange.
Hello.
Great to have you on board. Thanks for being here. And, of course, as always, it is our panel of internet experts. Time-appropriate greetings, Mumble Room.
Squirrel Wednesday!
Good morning.
I want to hear my phone ring because it's ringing right now.
Nice,
Wow.
nice.
There we
Yeah,
go.
okay.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can mute.
Yeah, you're going to have to mute yourself.
All right.
I got rid of it.
Okay, good. Who uses the phone anyways?
Yeah,
I
that
don't know,
sounded
my parents.
old.
I love the Mumble Room. You never know what you're going to get.
Yep.
That's how you start your week right there. Okay, well, let's start with, unfortunately, some bad news for you SnapChat users.
Oh, I heard about this. And isn't Snapchat, like, don't people take more risky pictures because it disappears after 24 hours?
Yeah,
Or
you have control like that. So here's what happened. An alleged cache of about 13 gigabytes of stolen images from Snapchat, which I've never used myself, so you're not going to see my dong on there, unfortunately. I know some of you were asking about that. I got,
Snooki's disappointed.
Letters came into the show saying, "Dear Chris,
yeah.
could you
You
please
should have seen all the contact forms.
Yeah, could you please direct me to the pictures of your dong?"
Right,
No.
yeah.
But sorry, everybody.
I didn't need to get directed to them.
Oh,
I
okay.
have them.
Oh, right, of course. Well, yeah, you do.
He took them.
You're constantly monitored, Chris.
Let's be honest. You only had to ask once, right? Okay. So, anyways, here's what really happened. So it's about 100,000 user images and videos in this cache. This is what we're getting off of 4chan conversations. And it looks like what happened is it wasn't actually Snapchat that was compromised. Surprise, surprise. It was a third-party site called snapsaved.com, which was...
SnapSave?
which was reverse engineering the Snapchat API. It was a service...
Oh, it went out and scrubbed?
Well, you had to go use it. So it was a way to view your Snapchat chat images online without having to use the mobile client.
Oh, so it was designed to prove that you're an idiot.
Well, and it is against the Snapchat terms of service, yeah. But what it was is...
Oh, interesting. I was going to say, is there something in Snapchat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, what it is, though, Snapchat doesn't offer a desktop interface. So if you want to look at your pictures on your desktop...
Right. Just like Instagram used to not allow you to...
Yeah.
Well, but also if you're going to look at them on your desktop, aren't you going to save them? I mean, how are you going to prevent people from saving them if you can look at them on your desktop?
Exactly.
So what's the mechanism that you're... Yeah.
Exactly. So SnapSave was a web-based client built for Snapchat that allowed users to save and access snaps from a web browser. The service, which according to DNS records, ran on a server over at HostGator, apparently kept all images received or sent by its users even without their knowledge. So once you signed up, it was saving them without your knowledge.
Hey, it's called SnapSave. It's called SnapSave.
Yeah. But it's like, you go there once. You go there once to get that great shot of the mountains that you got.
Yeah.
And then from then on, like, all your dong pictures are getting...
What's most annoying is that a lot of the people around my age are like who use Snapchat are teenagers.
Yeah. That is actually a very serious
Admiral
aspect.
Murphy.
Big problem.
Yeah.
Admiral Murphy uses it.
Yeah, the
All
underage.
your dongs belong to us.
And I mean, isn't this the same though with like a Dropbox account compromise or an iCloud compromise or a Samsung, whiz-bang account compromise?
Yeah, it's a classic example of, the public people using a service that feels carefree because, after 24 hours, it's gone.
Right.
And then
and then I'll sign up on a site called SnapSave.
I know. Well, then they don't think about the repercussions of using ancillary, additional programs or apps that go with it.
I'm just saying it's called SnapSave.
Yeah.
It's less.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just make
Or
sure everybody's
screenshot.
got that. Okay. All right. Well, I'm kind of excited about this next story because hopefully it's our only future for drones that don't destroy us all. The Linux Foundation is launching an open source drone code project. Check this out.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is neat, right? Because this is something...
Are you covering this in Coder Radio?
Maybe.
It seems like a good idea.
Maybe. I'm not Mr. Dominic. I'm not. But I'll put it in the list. The Linux Foundation, the nonprofit organization you probably heard of, dedicated to accelerating the growth and collaboration of development around Linux, today announced the funding of the Drone Code project. The project will bring together existing open-source drone projects and assets under a nonprofit structure governed by the Linux Foundation. The result will be a common shared open-source platform for unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs. I like to call them drones. You probably do too. Founding members include 3D Robotics, Baidu, Box, oh, interesting, Drone Deploy, Intel, J-Drones, Laser Navigation, Qualcomm, Skyward, Squadron System, Walkera, Unisec, and Drone Code includes the software platform for all of these vendors to work together. The company was co-founded by Chris Anderson, the former chief editor of Wired.
Is that Unisec or is that Unique?
Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's no S. Sorry. Yes,
yeah,
Unique.
I was like, wow, I have no idea how to say that. How is he going to say that? I'm like, whoa, how do you get that?
Well,
good.
I thought I saw an S.
Yeah.
Unisex drones.
Here's why I like this. Number one, I want more fast food delivery to my house. Right?
And Amazon.
And Amazon, but more so the food. Amazon, I can wait on. I need more food options, and I think drones are the way to do it. If I could get some pad thai on a drone, I don't want that drone to be. The thing is, I don't want that drone to have some weird software code. I want it to be open, audible code, and I want my pad thai to be delivered by an open source drone.
So
along with the Hellfire missiles.
More importantly, I think it's really cool that getting this kind of technology and just everything surrounding drones into the hands of an open source project, I think is a great idea.
Yes.
It'll help this community understand more about those and maybe possibly feel more comfortable with it, which is kind of propaganda-ish. But it also, it's a new specialty, in the Linux field.
And exactly. And as drones become more commercially viable and more industries are using them, there's going to be jobs that need to be filled.
Yeah.
And there's going to be people that can get their hands on this for free and start learning with this.
Yep.
And then when they go on to get into careers, this could be what they implement.
Mm-hmm. It's
pretty
think
smart.
It's really good, yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Would anybody in Mumble Room any thoughts before we move on to the next story?
All I can think of is that Jimmy John's has it figured out. Imagine if they got the drones.
I know.
You'd order the sandwich and it would be there within 30 seconds.
You know what? When you say they figured it out, they figured out how to deliver something. Whether it's a sandwich, I don't know.
You know what?
Yeah.
You just got to make sure you build it correctly. I've now mastered the Jimmy John sandwich.
I don't know.
Oh, it is the most amazing sandwich.
It feels overpriced for what it is.
Nobody can touch what my sandwich now. Their stock sandwich options, not so hot. But I've modified my sandwich. It does cost more. It's about $12.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Well, and on the brighter side, though, anyone who's afraid of the NSA, can be totally, pleased by this because they'll never be able to find you, given their previous track record of being able to mine their own data.
The drone. There's a lot of privacy implications with the drones. Speaking of privacy implications, Apple Pay is meeting some resistance. Many retailers are hesitant. Now, don't get too concerned because you still have 220,000. 220,000, that's what it is, 220,000 stores that are going to accept Apple Pay, and many of them may start next week. And I'm covering this now because I think this is going to be announced on Thursday, so we're probably going to hear nothing but all the good stuff on Thursday. So here's the bad stuff, these are the headwinds that Apple Pay is up against, which I doubt will be highlighted much during their keynote. So here's the major high-profile retail partners that so far are launching with Apple Pay. Macy's, Disney, Whole Foods, Sephora. Is that how you say that? Sephora, Walgreens, Staples, and McDonald's, and there's other ones, right? Babies R Us, Nike,
Best
stores
Buy.
like that. Yeah, okay.
But then Walmart and Best Buy, for example.
Walmart and Best Buy are not. In fact, they've vocally opted out. Yeah.
And I think that's crap for Walmart.
Well, maybe it's just they don't want to renovate their machines
That's
yet.
crap. They have money to do it.
Bed Bath & Beyond says they're unable to participate at this time. Sears, Kmart will also be. BP says not yet, but they should get it in 2016. Some fast food restaurants aren't on board yet either, including Pizza Hut, Chipotle, and KFC says they're looking into it, but no timetable yet.
I'm just going to throw this out there. A lot of these places are places that already have the tap-to-pay structure in place.
Yeah.
So it's going to be no modification of their back infrastructure.
So that's been pointed out, is if they have capability of doing NFC contactless payment right now, that they actually can already do Apple Pay. They might just not know it. So here's the details. Apple Pay is expected to roll out potentially this week with iOS 8.1, maybe next week in 2 weeks. At that time, there's going to be 220,000 stores that go online with Apple Pay. So I would think if that is a success, a lot of these stores that are considering it, once they replace for chip and pin support, they're probably going to get systems that have NFC anyways.
Chris,
and then at that point,
why do you think Best Buy is actually holding out? Because I mean, like, it doesn't make any sense.
Maybe
They just don't have the NFC in place.
Maybe, don't they?
I don't think it can be a technological reason. I think it has to be
could it be
Do
a
they
strategy
sell
reason.
Apple products?
Could it? Well, but they sell a hell of a lot more
yes.
Samsung products and things like that. I'm wondering if
there
maybe
you
it's
go.
a deal. Maybe
Yeah.
there's
Well,
a deal.
There you
a
go.
lot of Best Buy stores do have like a mini Apple store inside of them. So, I mean, there
Everyone
is
thing
that
that
I've
is-
been
aspect
to
as
in
well.
Vegas.
The thing is, for companies like Best Buy, the margins on those Apple products are super tight compared to like the Samsung and some of the other Google like Android products.
So you're saying
That's very
maybe,
true.
credit card.
However,
Gotcha.
if you look at the behavior of an Apple user,
They probably spend more on average store visit.
bingo.
That's possible. That's racist. No.
Either that, or they're just as likely to walk up to a parking meter as they are to like a normal human being. It fixes for me.
Wow. Judgment has been passed by Skooky Sprite. All
I
right.
love my iPad.
You know who I'm passing judgment on? All 371 of you that are awesome patrons. My judgment is you rock, and you're making this very possible.
Yeah.
371 over at Tech Talk today, and as this number continues to go up, we're going to announce some new milestones. Angela and I have been talking about some new stuff that we just want to work out the fine details on right now. Our sort of soft milestone is we really want to try to get to 400 patrons by the end of October to help support our trip to Ohio Linux Fest, and also that coverage is expanding. We'll tell you more about that soon as well, and it's thanks to your support that has been made possible. So the more support we get, the more we can do. Over at patreon.com/today, your investment there, your monthly pledge, and it's whatever amount you can afford, is invested in all of our shows. That revenue goes directly back into the network, into infrastructure, into new shows, new ideas, and that can include all things like paying artists to design new logos for new shows, contracting music, or buying the new hosts, microphones and things like that. All kinds of expenses that come up just throughout us, creating new content for you.
And
not
hardware.
Not even just running the existing stuff. And there's existing run costs, obviously. And it's your contributions there that help us stay independent and keep reporting to our audience. It's patreon.com/today.
And I'd like to add that there were a couple people that had said, what if I don't want the flag sticker of my country? What if I want a different country? And and then there were some that want multiple stickers. So I went ahead and did a quick Google form and put that in the Patreons, both in Filter and Tech Talk today. If you could go in there, if you're a swag level member, and fill that out. Let me know if you want a secondary country. If you don't want a secondary country and you're happy with the country that is in your address,
Your home country that's in your address.
then that
Your
is
homeland.
then don't worry about even touching the Google Doc. I will or the form. I will just send you that one. So I'll be working on that.
All right, let's talk about a story that is getting some attention, and I wonder what's really at play here. Sometimes I get a little skeptical when I hear stories like this, but it was just too good to pass up. So you've all heard of this, and maybe, Ange, has this ever happened to you? You ever, cease or replied all on accident and said something you didn't mean to say?
I'm sure I did.
I have.
I can't think of a really good one, but
I've done this guy really screwed this up, and it was a reply all kind of thing. Felt really bad.
I have pocket dialed one of our sponsors, and that felt really douchey.
All right, that sucks too.
Yeah.
Well, this Wells Fargo employee emails the CEO asking for a raise and CCs 200,000 other employees.
Oh my god!
Now, here's the thing. Tyler Otis, I think that's how I'm going to say that, or Oates, I'm not sure.
Oates.
He's 30. He lives in
Fired.
Portland, Oregon, and he's got a little fame now after doing this. He's asked for a $10,000 raise for everyone at the company.
Oh!
Yeah, Oates proposed that Wells Fargo give each of its roughly 263,000 employees a $10,000 raise. He wrote, "That would show the rest of the United States, if not the world, that yes, big corporations can have a heart other than a philanthropic
That is
endeavor."
so cool.
In an interview on Tuesday, Oates said he has no regrets, and he's received many thank yous from coworkers who shared his views. And on Tuesday afternoon, he said he's still employed. This is last Tuesday. And then I saw this over the weekend. And he says, "I'm not worried about losing my job over this." Now,
Because he planned it. I mean, this is total extortion.
In the show notes, yeah, it is a little bit of that. In the show notes,
a little bit.
In the show notes, Wells Fargo has the most ridiculous response. You can read it if you want. It does feel a little
Chris,
bit like
I accidentally forwarded this to 25,000 people in the company.
200,000.
250,000, whatever. I'm not the journalist here. You guys are the journalists. I mean,
whatever.
Yeah. But anyway, bottom line is, I accidentally, CC'd this to everybody in the company, asking if they could all have $10,000 more dollars.
Yeah.
Fire me, please.
Right. I know. It is. I do agree that it's like it's not that ballsy of a move when you look at it like that, because he's going to get attention for it either way. When you email 200,000 people, that's going to get out there.
Yeah,
this man is management material, though.
Yeah, that is right. No, dude,
he
politician material. It's politician material.
There we
go. That's what that was.
Hey, did you hear that a picture leaked and the iPads are being released in gold?
Yeah.
For the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold iPad?
Gold iPads, Touch ID is
How
the
about
rumor,
that, Scooby
and
Sprite?
also a quad core.
That's grotesque.
A quad-core version of what's in the new iPhone 6 is the current rumor. Also, the rumor is no Retina MacBook Air introduction for the October 16th event.
Ah.
Oh, sorry, Ange. Sorry. They also have leaked screenshots. There's also right now leaked screenshots of what Apple Pay looks like if you're curious out there. So, yeah, a lot's coming out right now, it looks like. Yeah, and there's the motherboard of the... that's it. That's the iPad. That's the iPad guts right there.
Wow.
The rest is all battery and screen.
Wow.
For the most part. Of course, there's speakers and sensors and stuff like that, but yeah.
When do they think when's the supposition that they're gonna, maybe release that?
Thursday, or probably the week following that, or so
No, I mean
close
to
to
the
that.
market.
Yeah,
Okay,
probably
gotcha.
week following. There's the Touch ID sensor for the new iPad.
Huh.
Yep. So Touch ID is coming.
Interesting.
All right.
Okay.
So since this is Angela's only day here this week, I figured we got to do the Kickstarter of the week right now.
This is egregious.
Don't hate us. Don't hate us. And Angela found this one. It's way cooler than the one I found last night. Get ready. It's called Boxy. It's not the media center. It's a speaker with a built-in LED light show. And we have a video of it right here. Check out the Boxy. Over 16 million colors. Extremely bright. So it has a fast audio processor, so it can do real-time animation of the lights as the music's playing. It does different colors, transitions. They're all influenced and determined by the music.
Which is awesome.
It's a physical visualizer. And the light can move enough where it almost looks like a plasma ball in there. Now it's hard to determine what the sound is like, but it says good sound. Multiple bass animations and usable selectable modes can cycle through all the different colors.
So we covered something like this, but it was for like when you get a call.
Right.
And I think it was lights and smell.
So yeah,
something like that.
so this is a little different. This would be like you have this at your desk or in your living room when you're playing music. I could see kids really loving this.
I would love it, I think.
See how it looks like a Star Trek thing right there?
I love seeing beats, and yeah, I'm all about music.
I can see this being used by DJs big time.
Oh yeah,
I can
totally.
see acid really,
Oh,
really
jeez.
burgeoning acid market. Invest
I
now.
kind of want one in the studio.
I see whiskey.
I want one when we're doing the pre-show rate. When they were doing, I think that's for the pre-show music right there. So here's where we're at:
There we go.
57 backers. They have a $10,000 goal,
in only 4 days.
They're only at $4,500 right now. So they're
Yeah.
halfway to their goal. They're
So,
That's too bad.
But if you think it's cool and you want it to go, share it on your social networks.
I got a Halloween
Surely
party
this
coming up.
is-
Yeah.
Surely this is something that someone could do with a Raspberry Pi or Arduino and a bunch of LEDs. It's
Totally.
the kind of thing I'd see on.
I don't know, because here's
Lady
why.
Ada make.
Here's why.
already been
Scroll
done.
down, yeah.
Because you gotta build the housing. You gotta get the speaker in there.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta get the LED lights. Then you gotta get
Oh
the
my God,
the
the technical
software.
challenge is
Well,
insurmountable.
no, I think it's enough stuff that you'd never do it because you gotta get.
Look at that.
You
No,
gotta-
I think it's a
that's
good
Janky's
electronics
playing.
project. I think it's
Yeah,
a
No,
good
no, this
project.
isn't
I'm totally
Janky's. This
beyond
is this is.
Oh, that's
The orange glitch mob.
that's
Yeah,
Glitch
Glitch
Mob.
Mob.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm I can confidently say this is far beyond my abilities.
Yeah, well, and exit out of this even though. Pause it because I don't want to get pulled down. Scroll all the way down.
Yeah, now this is
So,
look
no,
at that.
even more.
Look at that. Doesn't that look like something right in the engineering department on the Starship Enterprise?
Yes.
right
All
there?
right, scroll down more. So I want to show the internal part of it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So here's the housing, and it's a soft box too, which is nice.
Yep.
And there's
Look at that.
there's the LED light array. I don't think I'm going to be able to find that anywhere.
No.
You might not be able to find it anywhere, and you might not be able to mass produce it anywhere, but you could totally build it on a workbench with
Wow.
a soldering iron.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
2 weeks worth of programming.
And I
I'm
was going
pretty
to say,
sure you could buy one of those.
And
One
mean-
of the-
meanwhile,
one
we will
of the,
have no
like, DIY
podcast,
kit things.
no podcast made for the week that I decide to build that. All right, so here's the backing levels. You can get in for $1 if you don't want nothing.
You got to pay $125 if you want one.
If you want to be like, if you want to be like, if you want to be like Popey and Skooky Sprite, you can pay $50 and just get the guts and build your own. If you're such a big man,
Right.
And
I'm an even bigger man, Chris.
132 bones. You got to get a speaker which resembles the prototype shown. That seems like the one you'd want if you're gonna go this route.
Yeah.
$15 USB speaker. Okay, yeah.
So Mumble Room sounds like you're voting no on this one. Anybody want to defend it in the Mumble Room?
Oh, I really like it. I think it
I
would
like
be
it.
great for DJs and
Toddlers.
toddlers. Yeah, there's a
DJs
lot
and
of different uses.
toddlers. They got that
yes,
fucking
great,
nailed.
but I can't afford to do it.
Star
I
Trek
can't back
fans.
my-
Rave.
I can't back my mouth.
But come on, see that? I want that in the studio.
That is really cool.
I could stare at that while I'm doing a show.
Don't get me wrong,
Looks
it is
nice.
pretty. It does look nice. I'll grant you that.
What do you think, Ange?
I like it.
Do
It's
you
kind
like?
of expensive.
Do you like it?
I bet, yeah, kind of.
You know what?
Yeah.
To me, what the fundamental question is how good of a speaker is it?
Right.
Because it's always going to be mono.
Not $103,
$15.
$32 speaker, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You don't use that as your primary speaker. You just use it as a visualizer.
Oh, they have one that's $85 where you add your own speaker.
Yeah, you see, this is, once again, I'm siding with Popey. Like, this is why it's a Make Magazine weekend build.
I don't know though. I mean, like it's got a really low. I almost feel like we should back it because it has such a low chance of making it that.
you can't
Wow.
lose.
Yeah.
This is a terrible
Really?
reason to bug something.
Yeah.
I think I.
Really,
Yeah.
you're gonna back it just because you don't think it'll make it. That's not even
doomed.
right.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know if I have your screen there. I don't. Oh, I do have your screen there. Yeah. So there is Angela showing us the JBL Pulse, which is a thing that does exist already. It's not as cool as this though, and it's $200.
$200.
Yeah, and
What
it's
about the light bulb that you guys did? That was so neat.
the one with party mode. Yeah. Well, we're still
Yeah,
waiting to
party
see what
mode.
happens. We're still waiting to see what
Oh, yeah,
happens.
party mode.
Yeah.
Party mode and
Party
the
mode.
softbox,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
good.
Wow. We like light up things, I guess.
Yeah, we do. So I've seen the JBL Pulse in person, and it's neat. And it has a Star Trek power cell mode where it looks like a power core from Star Trek. I give
Thus,
you that.
you're able to maintain total objectivity, of course.
Yes.
Because of the.
But you see, that's more expensive than this one. So there, I'm tweeting it out. If you guys want to back it, you can. I just tweeted out the link, and we'll
I mean,
also
it's a
have it in the
lot
show
of
notes.
money.
Yeah, they're not going to make it though, so why not? Let's go for it. And maybe
You're a
if
sick man.
they make it, then it's everybody's happy, and Ange has a cool looking speaker, and I that makes me
Everybody's
happy.
happy except the people who are just kind of like arbitrarily doing it because they're not going to back it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
like the
I feel like it's not something I would enjoy just because I don't do drugs. If I would regularly get high,
Wow.
Are you
then
saying our
it would be
toddlers
the best
are?
thing ever.
Are you saying
Pretzel, that's quite an accusation.
Are you saying our children are are druggies? Sir? I am offended.
Your
Kick ban.
drugs your children? Is that what you just said?
Man.
Kick Track reckons it'll hit 50%, 48% of its target.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna.
48%.
So that's no. Yeah.
Well,
That's a lot of money, man.
Well, look, we gotta roll. We got a big week ahead of us, and
Totally.
and this is going to be once again another week of where Apple can do nothing wrong. And so, since we're just talking about media entertainment speakers and things like that, and how Apple can never do anything wrong, I will present to you a classic moment in Apple history where they launched a product that bombed so hard they like to pretend it never existed. And when you hear somebody say, Apple would have never done that when Steve Jobs was around, you can point them to this clip. And that will, I think, end the argument. We'll see you back here tomorrow, everybody. JBLive.tv, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow. This is from 2006, by the way.
So iPod Hi-Fi, it's home stereo reinvented for the iPod age. And I got to tell you, this thing is so good. I've been using one for the last month, keeping it, a little cloth over it at home and stuff. I'm an audiophile. I've had stereos costing, well, I won't say, but you think I was crazy, but a lot. And I'm actually getting rid of my stereo that cost a lot to go with these things. They have phenomenal sound. And I think a lot of our customers are going to have more than one of these around their house. They are really, really good.